Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I have a special mission for me, very special mission. So let's see how it goes. I'm sitting in a J-11, which is the Chinese variant of the Su-27. As you can see, I'm armed with how many? 6 R-27RE missiles, which is the extended version of the standard R-27R. These definitely aren't the best missiles whatsoever, so I would rather be in a fulcrum armed with the R-77s, maybe the M variant at least, so something like almost as good as the AMRAAM itself. So unfortunately, I have the old Korea running, which means that only these R-27s are available, which is really bad news for me. But I'd like to be slightly challenging. I don't know yet how this mission will look like. I'm flying all the way to the South Korean borders through the North Korea, but I don't think I'll be able to reach this front line. Okay, wait a moment, I'm gonna for the takeoff.
Request clearance for departure. Cougar 1-1, position and hold, runway 23 drive. Cougar 1-1, you're clear to take off, runway 23 drive, hard heading G75.
Okay, let's go for the takeoff. Okay, as you can see, the visibility is not that great. But it doesn't matter. This is the air-to-air mission. So my mission for today is the BARCAP, or the Barrier Air Combat Patrol mission. For this purpose, I'm armed with the AA weapons only. Cougar. Okay, nice call sign for a Chinese fulcrum. Okay, let's climb into the 25,000 at least. I'd like to be slightly higher, just to extend a little bit the range of my missiles. Let's set up the fulcrum. Okay, I have EZM, luckily. I have the EZM pods at the wingtips, Sorbitsia or Hibini. I don't know, I don't remember the name, but it's under my wings. And as you can see, all my missiles are the longer variants. Like there is a longer body of the missile and also slightly thicker at the end, or it's a higher diameter at the end, so it has like a bigger booster or bigger rocket engine, which allows this missile to get into the greater ranges. So basically the range of this missile is something between 20 or 30% higher than the standard R-27R. This is the semi-automatic missile, so very similar to the Phoenix missile. Not the Phoenix, AIM-7. Phoenix is the AIM-52. So you have to provide the provide the tracking information for the missile during all the time. So once you lose the lock, the missile is also going stupid and it won't be able to hit the target. So it's not. It doesn't have the automatic seeker. It needs to be guided by the home aircraft all the time. The same way like the Sparrow, like the AIM-7. Luckily, this missile has a slightly longer range, so hopefully I should be able to, I don't know. Okay, let me check the fuel. It's 18,200. And according to my fuel consumption, I'm using like 10,000 pounds of fuel for the flight hour. So I should be able to fly like this for almost 2 hours. You can see the pretty nice endurance of the J-11 or the Su-27. It's like F-15 basically. It's completely different to the F-16 or the MiG-29, which are the frontline or multi-role fighters or the frontline fighters. And basically these are the air superiority fighters. So definitely useful for greater ranges. It seems I'm flying to the side, but not actually. When I look at the flight path marker, it's not that much to the side. So there is slightly side wind, but not that strong. Okay, let's almost level up. I'm gonna reduce the climb rate to the 5 degrees only. As you can see, my airspeed is not high enough. I'd like to be somewhere at 400 knots. 300 is definitely way too low for a fighter like me. Okay, so let's put the nose down just to accelerate a little bit. So I was expecting to be in 25,000, but it seems that 25,000 and 400 knots without the afterburner is not possible for the Su-27, at least not with all these missiles under my wings. So maybe later, if I use them, it will be much okay. Let me check whether there is an AWACS. Okay, there is no AWACS for me, as expected. So there is no Chinese AWACS operating in this area, and definitely the North Koreans, they don't have any AWACS whatsoever. So I have to rely on my own. Basically, everything which will appear in front of me is basically enemy. So there shouldn't be any friendly aircrafts in front of me. I will shoot no matter what. So everything which moves in front, I'll be shooting at it. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna wait for the radar ID of the target. I'm gonna simply shoot the missile at the maximum range and going like defensive immediately. Just putting this target to the gimbal limits of my radar and going defensively down and to the side. There is no need to be a hero. Okay, I was taking off from the Shenyang air base, which should be in the North Korea at the very border. It's not the Chinese, right? Or is it Chinese? I don't know. Maybe it's China. So I'm gonna reduce the thrust a little bit. I just want to save a lot of fuel. I think I'll be needing it during the combat later on. So as you can see, I'm already on 400 knots. So let's climb a little bit. Maybe let's be in 30,000 feet. No problem that I'll be at 300 knots. I'm just cruising to the target area, and once there is some target at my radar, I will be changing the altitude for the kinetic energy, so that's okay. Maybe let's set up the bingo fuel warning for what? Fuel consumption 11,000, so maybe 5,000, like half an hour, something like that. Okay. Okay, 23,000 feet. Let's continue my climb. AAA on my RWR. The 40 under my canopy is disappearing when I move my mouse. So it changes with the angle, like so as well. The details on this model are not perfect, definitely not quite enough for any modern simulator, but back then definitely it was okay. And usually you were unable to see like Su-27 in this game from that close. So the original Falcon was offering just flying in the F-16. All the aircrafts, all the other aircrafts were just like models which you can see from the outside, and especially those these enemy aircrafts. They should be visible only from, let's say, the closest range maybe 100 meters. So that's maybe the minimum range. And there was a rule: never go into the dogfight with Su-27 with the Falcon. It's also in the manual to the Falcon, so don't try definitely dogfight Su-27 in this game. Won't end up well for you. And also the MiG-29 has like a higher rate of turn rate, continuous turn rate than the F-16 basically. Maybe it's just one degree per second, but it will outturn you basically. And also the AI works like very efficient in this game, so the dogfights here are quite challenging when comparing to the, for example, the DCS series. It's completely different. Okay, let me check the map. Okay, I'm approaching the North Korean borders. I'm somewhere in the middle of the knee pad or knee board. So I should be like here, and I'm approaching the North Korean borders between the North Korea and the PRC, or the People Republic of China. So as you can see, this is really a long flight. So far, nothing on my radar screen, nothing on my RWR, so I'm feeling pretty safe. Sitting somewhere in 25,000 feet. Let's fly higher. Still, I need to be higher than this just to save. Each gallon will be really useful later on. Maybe I won't be able even to use all my missiles, just because of I'll be limited by the fuel amount during this flight. I'll have to use the afterburner quite a lot in order to survive this this flight. Okay, 30,000. Let's level up. Okay, that's the ideal. Like 300 knots, almost 30,000, and you can see my fuel consumption 7,000, 7,600. So that's really nice. So definitely I should be able to fly like this for 2 hours and longer. At this altitude, at this speed. My current ground speed, it's like 470, 480 when you compare my speed with the ground. Okay. So I'm somewhere around 15 minutes in the air already, and I'm expecting then in next 10 minutes the things start to moving a little bit. So I expect to see some aerial targets on my radar in 10 minutes. Interesting that I'm hearing the radio chatting. I wasn't expecting that, definitely, that I would be hearing that. And definitely this is the radio chatting, radio messages coming from the Allied forces, not from the North Koreans. Not just because of the language, but there shouldn't be so many North Korean aircrafts able to fly like these radio messages. So maybe there are only 2 North Korean aircraft currently in the air, me and someone else at the other part of the North Korea. It would be really a bad luck if he appeared somewhere in front of me and I'll be shooting my missiles at him. So that will be really a great bad luck, basically. I don't expect to be anyone in front of me but the enemies, which is basically the South Korea, America, and other like allied coalition forces. So I just wanted to check how it feels like to be outnumbered and basically without the AWACS coverage, without any information whatsoever, without any wingman. So it's just me and I don't know, tens or maybe even hundred of the enemy fighters. Definitely not all of them will be in my area, so not all of them will be able to attack me, but once I meet some F-16, F-15 flight, or I don't know, maybe F-14, they are also here, it might be very challenging for me. I can fight only one enemy just to guide the missile properly, and after the missile hits the target, I have to go defensive all the way back, maybe over to China, just to escape them. So that's why I need to save as much fuel as possible. My basically survivability depends on the fuel amount. Okay, AAA on my RWR. This is the North Korean AAA. They shouldn't be firing at me just because we are allies, and also because I'm in 31,000 feet, so definitely out of the range for any anti-aircraft artillery. It's very different, these moves of the aircraft, and comparing to the F-16. Now I just realized how the aircraft moves like differently. The response to my stick is way different to the F-16. I can't recognize what's the difference, but basically I can feel it that the flight model is different. I just feel that the stabilization is not at the same level. It's quite challenging. If I wave my aircraft like this, it's very nimble. I think that this aileron action is, or this roll rate, is much higher than the F-16. Maybe it's because the Su-27 has like greater wingspan, and the ailerons are like moved further from the middle of the aircraft. So maybe that's why the effect is much significant. And if I'm waving my aircraft like this, it's quite harder for me to stabilize it at the level flight then. So basically the F-16 is more stable. Maybe also the fly-by-wire controls are somehow like better than in the Su-27. But the roll rate in the Su-27 is definitely higher than the roll rate in the F-16. That's why you should never try to do the scissors, for example, with the Su-27. It might be able to get you. Okay, I'm approaching to the steer point. No, I'm not approaching. It's still like 80 miles to the steer point 2. I do see it already flashing on my HSD screen here at the top. And that's the point where I can expect some enemy fighters, and look at this, 22,000 flying away. So there is something in front of me. Let me increase the thrust just to increase my speed a little bit. I'm reducing the range. I'm faster than this target. I don't know yet what kind of aircraft this is. Okay, and I lost track, but there is another object also jamming on my radar, and I'm approaching the front line. As you can see on my HSD screen, there is this line here is the front line, kinda interrupted by not known positions of the enemy or enemies. Okay, the target is back, still 22,000 feet. Okay, I'm unable to get the lock. As you can see, the radar in the Su-27 is really nice, powerful. I do remember when the Su-27 came out, when it was like produced, and first like magazine information went out about this aircraft. The Western countries were like amazed by the how the radar was powerful. It was really able to track the target at great ranges, to see and track target at great ranges, And also it has really nice like look down capability. So it was much more different from the MiG-29 radar, for example. I don't know how to compare this radar to the F-15, but I do think it's very comparable. Not with the E variant of the F-15, not the Strike Eagle, but the original, maybe the E or B, or even the C variant, like might be comparable to the Su-27 radar. Definitely the later variants of the flanker family, flanker series, the Su-33, Su-35, are much more advanced. So also the radar is also again more powerful, but also this Su-27 is still like better than the F-16, for example. And again, I'm not telling about the F-16 of these later variants like the Block 60, Block 70, but the variants until the Block 52. Okay, there is a jamming target at 30,000 feet, flying almost perpendicular with me, and there is the end of my road already visible on the screen. And as you can see, I'm somewhere over here, approaching the Sunan and the Mirim, which is the Pyongyang. So soon I'll be somewhere over the Pyongyang, and I can definitely expect lots of enemies being active there. Okay, still no AVAX, and probably during the entire mission then there won't be any AVAX whatsoever. I'm feeling pretty safe from the Patriots, so they shouldn't be here up to the north. So still this area might be empty from the enemy and also from the North Korean some systems. The North Korean are definitely already destroyed, and the American or the South Korean some systems, they are basically all the way to the south, so I'm moving out of their range. Interesting, there is another aircraft flying at 15,000. You can see there is so many targets here, but seems like all of them are jamming, and I have like really problems to lock them. My radar is somehow unable to burn through them, through the jammer. Okay, solid lock at 42 miles. 42 miles. You can see that the target is flying perpendicular to me, to my heading, which is almost ideal, but still outside my range, outside my BES, or the weapon employment zone. Okay, I'm gonna attack this aircraft. Seems like it's flying very slowly, and if he maintains this heading, he should provide me a good opportunity to fire my R-27. Okay, they are slowly getting into the range. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to reduce the altitude. Otherwise, if they fire at me, I won't be able to fly away. The higher you are, the higher probability of the kill for the enemy missile is, basically. Missile is moving much more efficient in the thinner air than the aircraft. Okay, they know about me already.
Fox 1.
So there is a missile launch, is the F-16, and definitely there is the AMRAAM already in the air, so I'm gonna fly defensively. And as you can see, the flight time, okay, the missile won't be able to catch him. Definitely he turned back, so I'm gonna turn back as well. No need to fly forward any longer. The missile won't be able to catch this F-16. Okay, let's fly back a little bit. Okay, the AMRAAM still not active. Okay, I might be able to turn back. The missile is probably defeated. Let me slowly turn back to the direction of this target. It should be something like 90. Okay, there they are. 8,000 feet. It's different targets than before. I don't know what kind of aircraft these are, but hopefully they are not friendly. Hopefully, I don't know. But I'll be firing my missiles at them definitely. Go STT, so go single target track, just to provide higher PK, or the probability of kill. So should I go like into the single target track? So they know I'm here. And as you can see, he's turning away. So let me go back into the scanning screen. Okay, F-16. Some of them are turned into me. I'm wondering why they are not firing at me yet. Come on, come on. I need a lock. There it is. Also flying away. Flying away. I need to check them. If they turn back, I might be really in danger. No, every time I went into some range for my missiles, they basically turn back. And they are basically luring me in between them, which is not beneficial for me. Okay, there's a ground fire shooting at them. Look at this guy, he's so close. I can definitely see him by my eyes, but still unable to find the solution for my missile for him. That's so bad I'm carrying these missiles. Really bad. I can't go single track. I need to check all these targets regularly, because I might be going for one bandit and the other might turn into me and fire the missile. Okay, fuel still okay. Going for this guy here. He's almost in range, almost, so let me accelerate. I'm gonna jump onto him. 500, 550, almost in range. Single track or single target track, and he's in range.
Fox 1.
The missile is tracking, yeah, perfectly tracking, and hopefully it should be able to destroy this F-16. Still tracking. Oh no, it missed.
Fox 1.
And there is F-14 coming from my 9 o'clock. So there's definitely a Phoenix coming into me already. I'm being tracked already, so... Okay, that's the hit. Let's fly away. I don't know whether I'll be able to outfly these F-14s. Wait, there is another target coming into me. 25,000. Oh, active missile.
Flare. Altitude. Altitude. Chat. Flare. Pull up. 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 Pull up.
Okay.
Altitude.
No.
Altitude.
Not okay.
Chat. Flare. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude. Pull up. Chat. Altitude. Low. Altitude.
Still one missile behind me, but probably won't be able to catch me. Otherwise, I will be dead already. Okay, let's climb. So the missile won't be able to climb with me. And okay, that's it. Still some residual missile behind me, but definitely won't be able to catch me anymore. So these were the AIM 50 to 54 Phoenix missiles launched from that F-14s. Okay. Maybe one more target and I should be already heading back, according to my fuel. I was expecting something like that, that only one. Oh, it's F-15. Get this. Single target track. There should be a AMRAAM already in the air probably, so let me quickly, please give me the firing solution. No, not in the range yet. Okay.
Fox 1.
Fox 1, and he immediately turned back. So this missile shouldn't be able to catch him, but there is probably another F-15 flying with him. Okay, this missile is lost. Let me check the situation. There is another F-15 flying this way. Oh, the fuel consumption is so huge. I don't know whether I'll be able to catch him. If he turns back again, so it's lost again. I'm gonna fire not in the single target track.
Fox 1.
Just not to... Oh, he knows it. He knows immediately when the missile was launched. So let's fly away. There is no point to be here any longer. This missile will be never able to catch them.
Chaff flare.
Look at these AMRAAMs in the air. So many missiles.
Chaff flare out.
Probably they won't be able to catch me. I turned back immediately and I'm still accelerating, so these AMRAAMs will be never able. There are 3 of them. So the biggest achievement so far was the destruction of the one F-16, and that's it. Can't do anything else. Basically, I'm running out of fuel. Okay. Active missile behind me. Maybe let's reduce the altitude. I'm gonna land on some North Korean airfield. I'm approaching to them, so no need to fly all the way. Okay, the missile is not closing anyway. That's it. Maybe let's change the direction slightly. Okay. And we are safe. So, that was the Chinese point of view. At least now I know how they feel when they are flying against us with the R-27s. Definitely not balanced that great. I would expect some R-77s here as well. The situation will be much more different with the semi-automatic missiles. Or the R-77s. Okay, 1,200 pounds of fuel, so I definitely should look for some airfield down below. Unfortunately, just because of this bad weather, it might be a problem for me. Maybe let's check the map once again. There is no radio information about this airfield, so I don't know the numbers of them. Okay, let's stay like this. So my heading is 300. I should be just over at least one of these airfields, which have to be somewhere close. My mistake was that I didn't put any steer point over some airfields. Definitely. Sorry. Definitely a huge mistake from my side.
Warning, warning, warning.
It would make the navigation much more easier for me. Okay, I'm in the middle. If I put my mouse into the middle of the screen, there should be this I don't know, airfield somewhere. Okay, some chemical plant is here. Some vehicles moving down below. Okay, probably I will need to eject. As soon as I'm out of fuel. I still have some time to find the airfield, but the longer it takes, the worse it gets. Okay, there is some city here. I don't have like the more detailed map than this one. Don't even know which city this is. And there is no AVAX, just to ask him for the closest base. Really bad situation. I should really put the steer point over all these airfields. And there is a fence in front of me. That's the fence, and where is a fence, there's definitely an airfield. And I'm already aligned with the airfields or the runways, but the runways are being destroyed, so I'm gonna land on this taxiway. Okay, air brake on, landing gear down as well, and I'm going for this to land on this taxiway. Look at these airfields, it's completely destroyed. But I can land on this taxiway. No, I can't. I destroyed. Okay, I had to eject. It was really banked a lot this aircraft. And I don't see the aircraft. Like, wait a moment. Resume. It's this one here. Okay, that's the missiles. They now disappeared. But also the J-11 disappeared. So I was just interesting how it looks like, but it's like anywhere. Okay, let's see the outcome of the mission. It will be a failure because the enemies were able to cross the line. I was unable to protect the line. But there is one AA kill. Destroyed. One F-16. Block 40 destroyed. That's fine. So, there were 2 Phoenixes being fired at me, then 3 AMRAAMs, and that's it. And I landed, but I'm afraid that the aircraft will explode or at least catch fire. So hopefully I'm okay. Hopefully the aircraft is also okay, just because it's like landed the status. So let me check the airfield. It was this Shenyang. And there is still one J-11, so it's there, it's available for my next mission. And there is MiG-21, Spirit 1, and there is another MiG-21. So I was mistaken. I was talking that there is like probably only one Allied aircraft flying with me, but there were actually 2 of them. And there is another MiG-21. Look at this. And MiG-29. So lots of things happening here. Maybe let's check this MiG-29. There is another flight of one of these beasts, the Onchon Air Base. Let me check the weapon loadout for this. Oh, it's even worse. It's even worse. They have like the regular R-27R. They don't have the RE variant, so it's even worse situation. But hey, why not to try it in the North Korean MiG-29 in my next video, right? So why not to try to be like trying to do my best, like I'm the how to say it, well-motivated North Korean pilot, which is ready to sacrifice his life for the Kim Jong-un, or it should be like Kim Il-sen back then in this when this was happening. And I'll pretend I'm gonna be a hero, try to take off, and try to do something with the MiG-29. I'm carrying the tank. Okay. Without it, as you can see, 7,300, with it 10,000. So like 30% more of range just because of the external fuel tank. Definitely a must in the MiG-29. The fuel consumption is so huge. The aircraft is like a rocket. It's like really fast, really amazing aircraft, but the fuel consumption is also like a rocket. So just a couple of seconds of the afterburner and you are basically running out. I'm gonna keep this R-27T under my wings. The difference between the R and the T is that the R is like radar homing until it hits the target, but the T variant is like the infrared or the thermal homing based on the thermal signature of the aircraft. And in the terminal phase, it's able to home itself on the closest target. So it's kind of like the AMRAAM or the other like semi-automatic missiles, but definitely not that great. But it's able to at least be somehow like competitive. And the target doesn't know about it until the very last moment, basically, just because it's the infrared homed missile. And I'll be carrying this R-73 as well for my close range defense. Now I'm looking at the MiG-29 model, and it looks much better than the Su-27 model. It's way more detailed, basically. Also the pilot head, like the cockpit, it looks really great. So, takeoff time, 20 and 2 minutes. Okay, there are some tanks being here already. You can see that I'm gonna fly over the Pyongyang. There is plenty of ground units operating here. All these SAM sites are unfortunately already not operational, so they won't be able to protect me. So I will be relying on my own. There should be an airfield to put the steer point there. I just want to put like single steer point, not like this land. If I select land, okay, it's the end of the mission, so that's not the greatest end. Maybe let's go to this Sunan. Okay, I destroyed this leave the alternate airfield here. Alternate airfield again created here. So I'm gonna put it to the... Okay, that's the Mirim Air Base, the main Pyongyang airfield. It's here probably. Check that. The Air Base, right? 35% operational. Okay, let's put the alternate airfield here as well. So I will be having like 2 alternate airfields. This MiG-29 seems to be catching this F-16, so he might be able to score a hit. If there are no any other aircrafts helping them, they should be able to destroy. Okay, let's save it here. And I'll be flying this MiG-29 in my next video. So guys, oh, MiG-29 has been shot down. So here there is no more MiG-29. So probably I'm the last remaining MiG-29 here. Let me check that. North Korean Army. It's the Oncheon Air Base. Chon. Okay, right. 1 MiG-29, and I'm sitting in it already. So that's me. That's me. The last hero here to protect the this nice country, basically this North Korea, where like every other people would like to live, but they can't because there is a fence at the border, so they can't move into the North Korea. So, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. As always, have fun, take care, and bye.